and welcome today. Thank you very much for joining us into diving a little bit more into how we can drive the next level growth with AI Max. My name is Juana Gabriel. I am an account executive for the CE market, looking after companies growing their businesses with Google Ads. And today I have the great pleasure of having with me Ms. Roxana, which is representing Decathlon Romania, a very dear partner that we have in Google. And she's going to be sharing with us her experience in driving growth with AI Max. Welcome, Roxana, and thank you very much for accepting our invitation.
Hello, Juana. Hello, everyone. Thank you for the invitation. I'm Roxana Krahmaliuk. I work at Decathlon Romania, as Juana mentioned. I hope you all know that Decathlon is the most important sporting goods retailer in Europe. And I'm the head of digital marketing in Decathlon Romania. Also, I'm also having a regional role, and I lead the data-driven growth marketing community in the Eastern Europe part for Decathlon.
Amazing. Thank you very much for the introduction and for showcasing the great partnership that we have with Decathlon and the fact that you're also in charge of the region of the local region. And I have today some questions to ask you to help us a little bit understand more of your experience and the experience of Decathlon Romania that they had with the solutions that we're partnering with. And if that would be okay with you, I would mainly like to ask you first, how are you using AI inside your company? How is Decathlon Romania making sure that you are future-proofing yourself as an AI market leader?
Okay. First of all, I would want to mention that we are really enjoying our partnership with Google, and we really appreciate all the help and support that we are receiving from you. And to answer your question, well, of course, in terms of AI, right now we have the Gemini integration. So we have Gemini integrated in our Google Workspace, and it's helping us a lot with basic tasks also, because you know that moment when you receive a presentation that has hundreds of slides and you need a very short summary. But not only that, Gemini is also helping us with creating catchy ad copies. So like this, our team can shift its focus from the execution part to providing detailed analysis and also implementing deciding marketing strategies. But not only that, what we are starting right now, and we are planning to test in Q1, we plan to run some A/B tests to validate for the creative part, for our creative assets in ads, to see what's the performance for AI generated display banners against our traditional manually designed creatives. So like this, we want to see if we can serve more relevant ads at scale. And the most important part is, of course, the video content, because what Google VO3 right now can do, it's amazing. And I've seen that. And we plan to test it next year because we see a great potential here from top funnel storytelling videos to conversion videos. We plan to integrate it into our strategy from next year and to have high quality video for YouTube and of course for our demand gen campaigns.
That sounds amazing. Thank you very much for sharing those insights with us. And obviously, we're looking forward to seeing all this amazing new creatives coming from Decathlon Romania, and seeing exactly how do you guys integrate even more AI inside your day-to-day life, and therefore shifting it towards the Google Ads environment as well. On the next part, Roxana, I would really like to ask you a little bit more about the implementation in the AI Max. And I would like to start by obviously saying and congratulating Decathlon Romania as being one of the the main drivers, and I would say one of the first companies to start testing AI Max in Q3 as the product has launched. And I would like to ask you, how did this decision come to be, and what were your expectations regarding this product in the beginning?
Thank you, Juana. For us, the decision to test AI Max in Q3 was a strategic and imperative decision driven by the changing consumer behavior and the market that it's becoming more and more complex. Why we chose that? Because we all know that the search queries are becoming more and more conversational and less reliant on exact keywords. So we wanted to make sure that we don't miss any important opportunities. Our expectations were first to increase efficiency, so to reduce the time that we spend right now in the campaign setup. And of course, the most important for us were the business objectives, because we expected to not to just to have and to obtain a higher volume of sales, but to have a better quality of sales, measuring this by an increase in average order value.
Happy to hear that. And going a little bit further into this, because obviously time has passed and you already can see the results and the testing results of implementing the solution. How do you see the AI Max delivering tangible business value for Decathlon?
So right now, what we did was to make some small tests and to see, okay, if if this solution delivers and what it delivers. And it not only did it met our expectations, but the results were above, much above our initial expectations. So in terms of efficiency, as I said, and it was normal, we saw that the time spent in implementing campaigns was much reduced. But the most important for us, of course, was the business performance. And our initial KPI was set to have an increase in average order value of 14%, and it was much bigger than this. So we saw it, and we are confident that AI Max is identifying and helping us have higher value customer journeys. So it's for us, it's really important, and we plan to scale.
Amazing. As we're looking ahead, and this is just the beginning of the solution, and you have implemented it for Q3 and obviously going on for Q4, but looking ahead and obviously basing it on the testing results that you have, how confident are you in the AI Max ability to scale and meet your peak organizational demands for the future growth of the company?
As I said, we plan to scale it. We did only a few small tests, but what we want to do is to progressively develop it into much bigger campaigns, because we see it as a very important asset for us, and we want to prepare the next big strategy. And all the next year's campaigns having a fully developed AI Max campaign structure.
Sounds
So we are very
amazing.
confident.
Sounds amazing. Looking forward to see and to hear, obviously, more about your great achievements in the future. And you did mention that you are seeing a different consumer behavior as every other business around. And I wanted to ask you, how does the updated consumer behavior affect your current market strategy, especially for the peak that we're having right now into the retail environment, looking into the Q4 peak, into the November and December peak?
Consumer behavior is driving a fundamental shift into our strategy, and it's forcing us to move faster and be present across more and more touch points, because this is the change. For me, the key trends right now are the increased search depth, Gen Z influence, and of course, video consumption. So we see a surge in video demand, especially among Gen Z. So this means that we we must increase our video content, and we see huge potential in YouTube as a platform that facilitates demand generation, because we have the upper funnel discovery, but also conversion, so lower funnel actions. In terms of channels investment, our plan is to invest significantly more in YouTube next year and to integrate, as I said, VO3 or other assets for video creation, because we need to use the full power of demand gen campaigns and meet our and be present with ads where our consumers spend the most part of their time. And in terms of strategy, what we plan to do is to adapt constantly, and we plan to use more and more in AI, because this is a very challenging context, and we see it as an opportunity for us to grow.
Thank you very much, Roxana. That sounds absolutely amazing. And we're looking forward to seeing a great progress and to hear even more success stories from Decathlon Romania and in the future, not only into the AI Max, but as I'm hearing, a lot of upper funnel involvement, also a lot of demand gen activation. Very curious to see how you will be integrating and what VO3 can do for you, and to open up this new box of possibilities for positioning your products for your users. And as I said, thank you very much again for taking the time, for sharing both with me, but also with our audience, the insights on implementing and being one of the first implementers of AI Max into the CE region.
Thank you, Juana, and the Google team for inviting me. We are also looking forward to testing new Google features because they are always very exciting for us. So thanks a lot for having me, and goodbye, everyone.
Thank you. And I will be passing it over right now to Serhid to take you a little bit more into in-depth for the implementation of AI Max for search campaigns.
Do you feel inspired? Let's dive right in on how you can implement AI Max for your own search campaigns. My name is Serhii Vovk, and I'm a regional product lead for AI solutions at Google EMEA headquarters here in Dublin. So the AI Max setting is located inside the campaign settings for enabled search campaigns. The top toggle for AI Max enables search term matching. This feature gives you an opportunity to take advantage of the main AI Max feature, which is expansion of the keywords and usage of AI-powered keywordless targeting to reach more relevant users who search for your products and services in more unique and unpredictable ways. Those users are usually ready to convert and become your next customer, so that is a great opportunity to reach out to them as fast as possible and benefit conversion-wise. Once you toggle AI Max for search campaigns on, this will enable search term matching as well as asset optimization setting, text customization, also known as automatically created assets, and final URL expansion. Now let's take a closer look at search term matching at ad group level. Once you enable AI Max at the campaign level, search term matching is on by default for each ad group level, and you can adjust setting at any time later. For example, you can turn it on for certain ad groups and turn it off for some other if you prefer to do so. Final URL expansion enables AI Max to find the most relevant URL in your domain based on the individual user query. Text customization needs to be on if you use final URL expansion. Text customization ensures that the ad copy is relevant and grounded to the landing page the end user sees. Responding to your input, we have included the ability to specify URL exclusions. What this means is that if you do not want specific parts of your domains to be served, you can tell this to AI Max by entering those URLs into the URL exclusion list. Please take a look on the list of the best practices and test guidelines. The most important one is giving system enough time to learn and show you results. Usually, at least 4 weeks is needed for the test. Also, very important factor is that conversion tracking should properly work, and conversions in the Google Ads account should reflect the situation in reality. Ideally, if you see 100 purchases, that should be 100 conversions in the account for the same period. If you see discrepancy of more than 10%, make sure to check your conversion tracking and make sure everything is working properly, and only after that you can start testing AI Max. Also, very important point, which we mentioned earlier, is to always test AI Max on the already running campaigns and on those which use smart bidding strategies. There are 4 of them: maximize conversions, maximize conversion value, target ROAS, and target CPA. That is important for the algorithm to have all necessary data to learn faster and deliver the best possible results as fast as possible. Last but not least, campaigns should not be limited by budget, so please check that before start of your test. Here is the example of the testing timeline. Of course, it can be adjusted based on your specific situation, for example, number of conversions, conversion delay, etc. And the main rule is to limit changes as much as possible, especially in the first 2 weeks, to give system time to adjust. A very important factor to keep in mind is that AI Max fully respects negative keywords in the search campaigns. In order to optimize after a few weeks of testing, please take a look on your search term report and filter the search terms by the match type and select AI Max. There you will see all the search terms which AI Max delivers on. Please take a closer look on them, and if there is any search term which you think is irrelevant for this specific campaign, please select it and add as negative. This way you will help system to learn faster. Do you feel inspired? Go test AI Max, see the magic for yourself, and let us know what you love and what you would love to see next.